What is going on, guys? This is NWR James back with part two of my new arrivals. I made about an hour-long video of me just going over things that I bought this last couple years. This video is going to be wrapping up the rest of that. But first, before we get into, the more recent arrivals that I got, I'm going to go over something that I got. I was still making the solo races when I got this. And some of you may know this, some of you are probably like, oh, this is new. But it is the Thomas at the Trackmaster Action Canyon set. So, fun story, this is my childhood playset right here. So, every time I was playing with Thomas toys, chances are I was probably playing with this set right here growing up. I lost it when I was in my early teens, I think. So I had half the set on me, the other half, like the base and stuff like that, I didn't have. So a couple years later on eBay, I found the rest of it I found the second half of it on eBay. I bought it, and the only thing I have now, I have the whole set like it's supposed to, and I have a couple spare, double incline pieces right there. I have a couple spares of those, but this set right here, it's bland. It's only got one loop going around, and there's a couple ways you can go down the Action Canyon set, but I'll get to that in a second. Like I said, this is my favorite. This is my childhood playset right here. But yeah, the original set came with a Trackmaster Thomas. This was not part of my new arrivals that I showed in my last video. This is my OG Trackmaster Thomas. I would use him to do a test run, but while he does work, his switch is not fully operable. So when I turn it on, it'll immediately shut off because I can't switch the switch on all the way. So he is out of the question. However, the original set did not include a Trackmaster Stanley or a troublesome truck of anything like that. Let alone, it didn't even include a siding with some buffers and, Tomy adapters. It only included the loop set right here. So I figured, hey, since Stanley is one of the main characters in this movie, why not include him in the set? That would be a huge improvement in my opinion, but here we go. We're going to do a test run on it. There are 3 ways you can go through this set. I'm gonna do probably the lamest way first. Lamest way is just go through the waterfall like that. And this, the way that people, I don't know how to explain it. I guess everybody has their own favorite way of doing the set. That's not my favorite. My favorite would be when the bridge collapsed. So there's a switch over here that you push down, bridge collapse. And because the bridge has collapsed, the points down there are now forced to turn Stanley upwards. I'm very bad at my grammar today, I apologize, but when the bridge collapsed, you go down the bridge, and you're supposed to go down through the waterfall, all in one motion, but Stanley, I don't know why he didn't do that, but he made it. Okay, so, yeah. Like I said, this is not part of my recent arrivals, but I have never gotten the opportunity to make a video on this set specifically. So, I was just going to take the opportunity to make a video on this. When I bought this on eBay, I actually got the original box that came with it as well. So, here, this is what the box looks like. It's not in the best condition, but honestly, at this point, I don't even care about how good condition it is in. I'm just happy I got the box. So that's the front. Here's I mean, there's nothing really too special about the front side, but the back side has all sorts of crazy things that you can look at. Like, it explains the set pretty straightforward on the back, and then you can see like all these, it's giving you all the, it's not quite a checklist, but like it's showing you, hey, you can collect more in the Trackmaster series, and half of these I do have. So like Tidmouth Sheds, Hard Work at Burnham Docks, I have a version of that. The RC engines I showed you last video, some of them are in there. Herald at the hangar, yeah, there's plenty. But what I like is that they included some very, very rare merchandise on this box, because at the time, this is like when Trackmaster was, I wouldn't necessarily say it made its debut, but it was still trying to like burst out on the scene. So like, you know, Trackmaster Jack, Alfie, and all these road vehicles were not as rare back in the day. Oh, I also wanted to show this right here. This right here has two models that were never released. And the Trackmaster flip-face Toby was released. It is incredibly rare to find. This is the Trackmaster flip-face Percy. It was supposed to be included at a Percy in the Ice Cream Factory set. Rumor has it they made the set, but they had to have a recall on it because they made the Percy with lead paint. Probably not a good idea to sell lead paint to little kids. As for the Gordon, as you can see, it's clearly a prototype because, you know, what engine uses white coal? The Trackmaster flip-face Gordon that you can see there, it never had an official release, and that is one thing I will always be disappointed about whenever I look at this box. Is they have those Trackmaster engines on the back, but there was never an official release for them. But yeah, a Thomas collector can only dream, am I right? But yeah, this right here is the Trackmaster Action Canyon set. This is the first set I will be going over. The next two sets, one of them I will be making a custom set to show multiple, well, maybe not even multiple, just a couple of new things on there. And then the set after that will be a complete new addition to my collection. So here we go, on to the next set. Okay, so I have just finished making this miniature layout featuring all the new items I have acquired ever since the, I don't know, the Soda Race semifinals, I think I want to say, is when I started getting the majority of this stuff. The only thing that is not new is the Tidmouth Sheds right here. I've always had those, but I wanted to store those there so that I can store some of the new engines there. But yeah, there's the new engines I went over in the last video, and then here, this is a coal hopper. This came in a coal hopper. I'm sorry for my impediment when pronouncing that, but this came in a bundle that I got it with this. I got it with, you know, this orange tunnel right here. This is something else that is also new. And it came with a bunch of switches and just, I think it came with a bridge like that too, a dark blue bridge, but I do not have all my bridge pieces set up here. I've got quite a bit of bridge and road pieces and stuff like that I wasn't able to quite fit into this layout right here, but yeah, I think I might have gotten Elsbridge Station with that too. That might have been separate, I don't remember, but there's those. And then I have, oh boy, what was it? I have another Elsbridge Station. So, funny story behind that. I had this, so like this platform and the Elsbridge sign right here. I had all of those pieces to that station, like that came when that came in the set. It originally came with, you know, a Trackmaster Thomas, not this one. It came with a Trackmaster Thomas, a Ellsbridge station, you know, this platform, the sign and all that, and a green tunnel along with, you know, these risers right here. But over the years, you know, when I was really young, I lost this station piece. I lost it. I don't want to say like I lost it way before I lost Trackmaster Action Canyon, but I didn't lose it. My mom was selling toys one time and she took this station along with it, not realizing I still used it. Oh well, whoop-de-doo. I bought that, and so I bought the station, I bought a new bridge that came with that, and the Trackmaster Thomas that I showed you in my last, yeah, as a matter of fact, I have it right here. Trackmaster Thomas that I showed you in the last video also came in that small bundle too, but don't mind that. All my engines are perfectly fine. The Green Bridge. The Green Bridge, it was part of the first Tomy set I ever owned when I was a little kid. I bought the Green Bridge because my original Green Bridge was missing the middle piece that, you know, is kind of essential when holding track. It came with those two yellow risers right there that I currently have. And the red bridge pieces right there, I bought those two separately. Like, they didn't come with anything. I just, you know, with all these risers that I have, I wanted to buy something that I can set on top of the risers. So that's basically, I don't want to even say decoration, but yeah, at the same time, that's basically what it is. But right here, I bought a bundle of road, and it came with this tunnel. It came with some risers that can go up and down. I did not include those in this miniature layout, but I bought that for my Tomy Birdie. My Tomy Birdie right here. And yeah, as you can see, he runs perfectly fine on that. He is not a new addition. I've had him like since I was a really little kid, but I bought him, and no, I didn't buy him. I bought Elizabeth. I was looking for her on eBay, and I found her and Birdie in a, you know, the seller was selling both of them, and I'm like, you know what, I'll take that, because I didn't think that my Birdie worked. It turns out he does. So I bought the 2-pack, and you know, Elizabeth, there she is. She's running perfectly fine. Her back wheels are running, but her front wheels, as you can see, are underneath her cover, and the wheels that they display right here do not actually run. So when I throw her on top, her front wheels are not running, but you know, she's fast. She can run pretty fast. But yeah, that right there is my Tomy Elizabeth. And this one, this Tomy Bulgy, I wanted to make sure I got the red one first, because I don't know if the green one is more common or not, but the red one, the OG, the season 3, and I don't know, I think it was season 17 or 18 when he returned. This is the Bulgy that I like, the original red Bulgy that got stuck underneath the bridge. He runs perfectly fine too, so he's pretty fast. I don't know if him or Elizabeth is faster. I can't tell. I don't care, honestly, but yeah, I'm going to give my Trackmaster Paint Splatter Thomas a little test run on this miniature layout I made, and here we go. It's not anything too big. I don't ever plan on, like, you know, I don't know. I don't plan on making this like a main layout, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I just put together all the items I bought over these last few years, and I put it into one mega, well, not even mega, just a miniature layout featuring all of them solely, minus Tidman's sheds, but yeah, sorry for talking so much, but everything that you see here, minus Tidman's sheds, are new additions to my collection. There we go. I did not show any of my road vehicles in the last video because I wanted to save them for when I showed the road, which honestly would make sense because you can't just have the road vehicles running. Well, I guess they can't run on soft surfaces either, but if you just turn the switch on and they don't have the road, they are basically just free roaming, and whereas the Tomy tracks, Trackmaster tracks are kind of essential too. You get what I'm saying. I'm losing track of what I'm supposed to say. All this right here, plus more that I have in my Tomy Trackmaster engine box, are new to the collection, but we are not finished yet. The last set is probably the purchase that I am most pleased with over these last few years, and it'll make sense once I have it all set up. But here we go. This is the last part of this video coming up. And here we are. As some of you guys may know, judging by what you already see, this is the Tomy Thomas Ultimate Set that features, you know, all sorts of destinations, plenty of track. It's got Thomas, Percy, Elizabeth, Bulstrode, Cranky. It's got Terrence and Trevor down there. But yeah, this right here was a purchase that I was incredibly pleased with. It had everything that it needed to, everything it was supposed to. Everything works like it's supposed to as well. If I were to turn Harold on right now, Harold works like he's supposed to. And if I go over and tap on this little stopper right here, how it works is you just tap on it and Cranky works perfectly fine too. But yeah, the engines already have batteries in them. I did not include Thomas and Percy in the last video because I wanted to save them and this version of Elizabeth for this set specifically. Me buying this set means that I now have a duplicate of Elizabeth, but that's no big deal. I already have 330, so whoop-de-doo. But yeah, signals come with it, trees come with it. It is the perfect set for anybody who, you know, whether you're a collector or you're just a little kid who wants to play with trains. Yeah. But I'm gonna let Thomas have a go, and as a matter of fact, here, I'm gonna turn Elizabeth on. Elizabeth can have a go too. And she is already zooming. This is one thing about the set I don't like is when the road vehicles come across this crossing, you have to push up on this button for them to go. I wish that there was a way they can make where, you know, both are able to go at the same time, but given the mechanics, oh boy, given the mechanics of the set, yeah, it makes sense that they made it this way. See, look, right here, Thomas can go at his free will. He can just push through the crossing. Elizabeth, you have to lift up like that. Here we go. I'm gonna let Thomas, oops, I'm sorry that I'm not really getting any good shots of this, but I'm gonna let Thomas stop at the station, and when he stops at the station, I'll put Percy back on the tracks. Oh, Elizabeth, oh man. I'm going to put Percy back on the tracks, and we'll let him have a test run. All right, hold up. And here is Percy coming up. Percy is having his test run, and Elizabeth needs push through again, so there we go. And I'm going to set it where when Percy goes over again, he will be going over the red iron bridges that you see. But, yeah. Oh, man. Percy comes with two troublesome trucks and the remodeled version of Scruffy. You know, at the end of Toad Stands By, you can see that he was rebuilt and he was painted black and everything. So here, great, Elizabeth needs pushed through again. So here's Percy going over the bridge while I set Elizabeth going. And I'm going to have it where Percy stops at the station, just like Thomas did. And when he does, Harold will be perfectly fine. By the way, I'm going to show you what happens when Elizabeth stops at that station over there. When Elizabeth stops at that station, or at least she's supposed to. Hold on. She's supposed to land on this yellow switch right here. And then when she's doing that, putting the pressure on, I don't know why that's not, oh, okay. That's just a stopper for Elizabeth, but I see. When Elizabeth is there, you can have an engine go on top right here, and when it is stopping, it'll, Caroline will be moving on this little switch right here, and she can, you know, it's kind of like she's talking to both of them, but that don't really matter. I'm not going to show that now, but yeah, this right here is the Tomy Ultimate set. I wanted to save this for last. I really don't have much of anything bad to say about this set. Couple things I would do. I would probably add 2 more of these bridge pieces right here just to make it look cooler. Even maybe add some, you know, create some curved pieces, if you know what I'm saying, for this. And I would probably add another tunnel right there. I have another one of these, so, you know, next time I make Henry's tunnel on a layout, I can, you know, make it look similar in both ways. But the sheds back there, as you can see, the sheds do not have any buffers at the end of them. That makes sense, because, like, you know, when the sheds are covering the ends of the track, it's kind of useless. But it would be a nice addition for me to have buffers, because I don't have any Tomy buffers. All of them are Trackmaster, all of them that I own. But yeah, the turntable, you can only put 4, you can only link 4 sets of tracks on that turntable because the way it is linked up. So you can put regular track here on 4 sides, but on these ends right here, you have to have special types of track made specifically for the turntable, and you can only find that track in the Tomy Tidmouth Sheds set. But honestly, I'm not even complaining about that, because I have a Trackmaster turntable, so I can make stuff like that work. I'm not even gonna complain. But yeah, this is the Tomy Ultimate set. And before I wrap up this video, so ignore everything that you see here. I'm just gonna show some of the rolling stock that I got in the last video that I did not include because I don't know why. All this right here is nothing really special, but I got this with my Trackmaster Airy, and then this, like all these trucks that you see, I don't even know where you get most of the stuff, but all of these trucks that you see, I got in the same bundle that came with, you know, RC Gordon's or a couple others. It's just spare rolling stock now, but yeah. That is what I have been up to these last 2 years. I've been still collecting behind the scenes, you know. I haven't really had the opportunity to make a YouTube video because, you know, I just recently moved. I've been working. Being in the real world's not fun when you get old, let me tell you, but you will eventually find time to do the things that you love. And for me, it's collecting, making videos like this. I don't think I'm going to be making any solo races in the future anymore. I think the solo races are officially done for now. My series that I originally had, Takeover, I don't think I'm going to be getting back to that anytime soon either. I deleted all the... Well, I didn't delete them. I still have them, but I took all those videos down because, you know, it's a series that I have to be like fully committed to, and with my schedule, I do not have the time to make episodes as much as I wish to, so I took that series down a while ago. Remakes, I might do remakes. I am not sure yet, because, you know, me moving into this new house, I didn't think that I would be able to make remakes. Well, I know now that I can, so that is something that I will have to see in the future. But right now, like I said, a majority of that stuff that you see on that table up there and the Ultimate set, you know, all these new engines that you can see in the box, that's just what I've been up to these last 2 years. But other than that, I don't have much to say other than thank you for watching this video. This is NWR James, and I am signing out.